To be successful in NBA 2K, you must play two-way basketball. So today, I'm going to show you the best defensive system I have developed over the years, and I will also teach you how to play proper on-ball defense, proper pick-and-roll defense, and proper shot contests. And I'll be taking this online against this guy's Houston Rockets in my first online game. So let's get to it. Hi, by the way, my name is Sam Pham. If this is the first time you're seeing me, subscribe right now for over 100 2K16 tutorials this year. If you have already subscribed, you're in the family. And for those of you watching this video, make sure you click on the link above here for part 1. This is kind of it's not necessarily part 2, but it builds off of what I talked about in the video in this link. So click on this one before watching today's video. So without further delay, let's go lock it up on defense in 2K16. Let's go. We'll begin by looking at the importance of PoE. You can see in this possession here, there's a clear mistake by my defense. So just take a look at it. James Harden goes baseline turbo, and yep, wide open lane. Now the mistake here is that my PoE for the first half was set to neutral defensive focus with neutral defensive aggression. I did this just to test it out, and the results were terrible. You can see in slow-mo here, the issue is as James Harden blows by Matt Barnes, Jeff Green is completely not defending the paint. I actually attribute this to the fact that because he's on neutral defensive focus. So I'm telling you guys right now, do not set it to neutral. Don't do that. I tested it out. I did it for the entire half, and you can see the stats here. Although I did great on offense, I'll show that video tomorrow on offense, but you can see on defense, I gave up an incredibly high field goal percentage, 55%. So that's pretty bad. So in the second half, I decided to adjust, and I had switched my PoE to protect the paint, as you can see here. And to nobody's surprise, in the second half, my defense was a lot better. You see Ty Lawson here try to turbo down the paint. Marcus Gasol actually slide over to help. Get that out of here. And in terms of defensive settings, that goes well with this PoE of protect the paint. You want to set the force direction on both bigs, so Monty Yunus and Dwight Howard to baseline. You want to put the off-ball pressure to auto, and most importantly, for both bigs, you want the post defense to be at 3/4 bottom. Now you can see in slow-mo here, as Ty Lawson gets past Conley into the paint, Marcus Gasol already left Howard, came over to protect the paint, as the PoE says. And because he's in the paint, he's able to recover any attempt to the basket. Great block. So long story short, from this point on, we're going to call this the NAPP system. Alright, so for those of you who've been with me since 2K15, you know what that is. So the NAPP system stands for neutral aggression, protect the paint. So NAPP, NAPP. Alright, so that's what we're going to call it. Now, we're going to move on to the more fundamental parts of defense. So I'm going to first show you on-ball defense tips. You see here, what I like to do on-ball defense is I mostly only use L2 and the left stick. And I like to give the player a little bit of cushion. So I'm never bumping the guy. You can see as he goes side to side here, trying to get past me. I'll bump initially, but I'll back off as he goes. I will give him a little bit of distance between, and I always do hands up with the right stick. So pretty much I'm only using L2, left stick, and right stick hands up to distract him. I will only add in the turbo if he beats me. Because remember, I'm giving him a little bit of cushioning. So if he doesn't beat me, I'm just going to keep sliding with him side to side, with holding onto L2 and using the left stick. And if he goes a little bit faster, I'll tap L2 to slide faster. So you can see here, I'm tapping L2, sliding side to side, tapping L2, sliding out, get back, right stick right there. Great contest, no basket. That is good on-ball defense. Now, but the thing about on-ball, you don't, even if you do it great, they will still hit it. Like right there, you see. We'll take a look again in slow-mo. And I gave him the cushioning here, it was pretty good. The right hand was solid. I'm sliding beside him, I put my hand up. Hey, if he hits that, he hits that. But that's good, solid on-ball D. So I'm not mad. And now let's move on to pick and roll defense. So considering he's using the Rockets, Harden is going to be his star. This is my strategy of pick and roll defense within the NAPP system. So for on-ball screen for both the center and other players, you want to go under. And for the hedging, soft hedge. Going over currently right now is not working that great from a gameplay standpoint. The defenders become kind of wonky. And soft hedge is much better than hard hedge because of the hard hedge, also the AI is too aggressive, doesn't play it right. So you see here, he's going to run a pick and roll with Harden, and I'm guarding on ball. the pick is coming from, I believe, Terrence Jones on the left side. Now, when I see this, I always click X. If you see the guy, once you see the offensive player set the pick, if you click X, you will always switch to the hedge defender. So you see I'm already Jeff Green, and I'm going to hedge out. And you see Matt Barnes goes under beautifully there. So because I hedge and Matt Barnes went under, the pick is kind of stopped. You see the roll is stopped. Jeff Green recovers. He takes a tough pull up, but that's a tough shot. So that's good pick and roll defense. Here is again, you can see it one more time. This is between Harden and Terrence Jones again. Same thing. I'm going to click X and switch to the big. I'm going to hedge out myself. You see that perfect hedging? I'm completely in his driving lane. Courtney Lee is going to go under, so he's making full contact with Terrence Jones. Going under stopped Jones from rolling as quickly as possible. As you can see here, he begins the roll, but I'm just going to keep containing him, Marc Gasol. Courtney slides back up. Matt Barnes comes over from the side because of the protect the paint POE. This pick and roll is completely shut down, family. Beautiful defense. Another note that I want to show you guys is the shot contest. I never jump. I only use the right stick. So you can see here, he's trying to take a bad shot with Harden. He thinks he's open, but the right stick is right there. My hand is all over his face. And if you look to the bottom of Matt Barnes, you see that green bar. This means the shot contest has been activated. So you know you're doing good defense if you see a defender contest with the green bar on the bottom. You can see it here again. He's going to bring it up with Ty Lawson. Great close up by Tony Allen. This time I am going to jump because there's a little bit of distance in between. And I know he's going to take a shot because he's desperate for a free. You see the green bar there once again. Air ball, James Harden. Tony Allen, grindfather. Woo! And last clip of the day. Do you know why we play defense, family? Do you know why we play defense? Because defense leads to easy offense. Game is over, but no mercy. Throw it down, Matt Barnes. Bang! Alright, game over. And here's the final defensive stats review. Remember, in the first half, he shot 55%, alright? And that was with neutral defensive focus. But in the second half, we switched to protect the paint, and you can see his field goal percentage went all the way down to 44. I believe in the second half, he was actually 8 for 21. So I didn't change the settings. I just changed the POE to protect the paint, so it does make a big difference. So the NAPP system is nasty. Remember, neutral aggression, protecting the paint, NAPP. And yes, to look at James Harden specifically, it was 9 for 26, so he was pretty much shut down. And I believe this guy he had a winning percentage of 66% online. It was my first online game, so this guy was a solid player. That brings us to the end of the video, so if you enjoyed it, add me a like. If you got any questions, leave it in the comments section. Defense is always a lot harder to explain than offense, so I'll try my best to keep building on these defensive videos. It's going to be done in this format, I guess, with other teams. I'll try to face as many humans as I can because I always find the AI, they don't adjust as humans do, so mostly human opponents with defensive videos. If you want to see AI teams, you can also leave a comment in the section below and I'll teach you how to stop them. So that's it for today. I'll see you guys later in the week, maybe with the offensive video I have for online gameplay. So more tutorials coming. Thanks for your support. See ya.